Huge peace deal in India over the break. This really kind of shifts the balance of power back towards the middle in between the Third International and the Entente. Not only that, but just now over the break, India has declared war on Bhutan, or Bhutan, not exactly sure. And it's a small country, but they still decided, you know what, I'm gonna join the Third International just to see what happens, screw it. So the Dominion of India is really starting, I think, to lead this faction here, the Entente, which really needed some sort of revival. This is gonna be huge, so bam, just like that, they're gone. And I would not be surprised if we see the Union of Burma go down next. I think that that's likely. I think that they'll join the third. Well, we don't really know. They probably will join the Third International, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, this would be a huge mistake on India's part if they declare war on Tibet. They better hope that they do not declare war on Tibet. So it looks like I had no idea. When did Nepal? Has Nepal always been? I think Nepal's always been on the Entente side. Maybe they have. Either way, we still have this battle raging between Japan, the Japanese faction, including Kingdom of Thailand, versus the former German region, which Germany's lost almost all control over the Indonesian islands, the Malaysian area. It's all basically gone for the most part. So we might see Japan, and look at the Philippines. The Philippines looking real good too. We might see the Philippines and Japan invest a little bit more in Indochina, really kicking out, because I really don't think they have all that much power. A lot of it is coming from this Chinese state that I think is really helping out. But we'll have to wait and see. That's speculation. Who knows what will ultimately happen. This small nation also decided to wipe peace, so they're going to still exist. Maybe they'll join the faction or something. I don't know why they didn't take them down. Wait a second. Who is that? You joined... You did your own thing, didn't you? Yeah, I've never seen that before. Interesting. Yeah, they just formed their own faction, I think. Do you have any friends? Yeah, you just randomly formed your own faction. All right, well, I mean, good for you. Oh, man, I was going to try to pronounce your name, but I realized I'm not that smart to pronounce your name, so I can't do it. Yeah, Western Europe has really slowed down, even though world tension is at 100%. The Ottomans really haven't done much. Let's not forget that the Third International and the Entente have been at war for about 3 or 4 videos now. There seems to be a little bit more engagement coming out of the Union of Britain. I think they're trying their best to land on Ireland. They absolutely need this. That'd be a big win for Western Europe if they can kick out the Entente. So the big one would be the Kingdom of France, because they actually do hold a lot of power here. They've been pretty effective at helping out Ireland and Canada through their naval invasions, things like that. I think that we also, this is my thing, I think France is going to declare war on Germany very soon, just to take them out, and they might force them to release. Remember, they still have all this territory over Africa. They're losing all of their territory over Indonesia and South China and things like that. So that power really doesn't hold that much. So there's really only a few little chunks here and there that they still control. But obviously you're going to want to take that down, because France can walk into Germany. I think at any point they could just say, hey, yeah, you know what? We really don't like you anymore, and we're going to come after you. So you guys are... Flanders hasn't joined anything, right? Or did they? Yeah, they did. Yes, okay. I was confused. They did join. They're still part of the German alliance somehow. Belgrade Pact, I don't think is going to do anything. I think that basically now has formed to maybe watch over the Ottoman Empire. Now, do the Ottomans... What is that? Improve relations with... has canceled. They ran out of political power. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is happening here, Ottomans? You are having to cancel a lot of things. Oh, are you bugged out? Yes, you look like you're bugged out. I don't know what is going on here. Well, I'm going to leave and not talk to you again. Goodbye. So, I don't know if that means that... Oh, whoops, I accidentally talked to you again. La Plata has declared war on Bolivia once again. Seems like no one is going to take out them completely. I guess I could look as Arabia, huh? Yeah, we won't get those notifications. You still like the Ottoman Empire, but I've got to admit, I'm really surprised. We'll see. Okay, so let's review over the wars. It's been a while. I mean, there's only 6 wars currently going on. The Ottoman Cyprus War, Japan versus Germany, which I actually don't think that they're actually going to end it until the Third International intervene in Europe, because they're not going to get to the German Empire in kind of next to Flanders. Argentina versus Bolivia. I mean, who knows what will happen there? The Austrian-Bosnian War is basically over, and the Russian-Soviet War hasn't moved since. The Canadian-British War is actually a pretty big deal, but they're not actually making any progress. Okay, so there actually seems to be there's still not movement here. Yeah, no, there's still. I mean, there's movement on both fronts, but there's no engagement. Oh, this is actually the first little bit of combat that I've seen in a while. Maybe they're going to go up north and then kind of curl down. I'd actually like to see what Siberia is planning. Interesting. Siberia, wow, Siberia has a lot more power than I thought. Well, they have a lot more troops than I thought. Sitting here at 66, 67 factories, 1.6 million manpower. Obviously, they're concerned with what Japan is doing to their south. I would be too. I'd be pretty freaked out if I were you guys as well. Oh, is Japan making naval invasions? We'll see if they can keep a hold of that. They haven't been successful so far. No, they're not going to keep a hold of that. Boom, they're getting overrun every single time. Well, let's see if these guys can do anything. They've got a pretty strong hold. That's 7 divisions. China obviously wants to take back or wants to go after the Philippines, but that's not going to happen. You are so close to cutting them off. If Thailand just walks right here, oh, so they did have to go. It looks like they went back on their fallback line. I think that China probably had to retreat to stop the Japanese naval invasions a little bit. Could that have been the case? Oh man, the Dominion of India. I really want to see them go. I really want to see them go to war with Iran right now. That'd make things really interesting. At the same time, it'd be a pretty stagnant war. A lot of mountains here, very easily defendable for Iran. And the Ottoman Alliance, I guess I should say, pretty much the Ottoman Empire, and I don't think the Entente is really going to invest that heavily. It could lead to many things. It's now been a decade into the game, by the way. Could lead to a lot, obviously, if the Entente gained control over all of the Middle East. That's a really big deal, but that's not going to happen. What is going? Wow. So yeah, most of the national foci have been discovered for many. Yeah, so most of them have been discovered. So I think the wars that get declared now will have to be actual wars, not like national foci wars, which is mostly what we see. Yeah, which is mostly what we see. Interesting. Yeah, so why haven't you got someone like, I don't know, Croatia on your side to help you against, what is Croatia? Croatia's authoritarian democracy. So I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are doing, but you guys need to form up some sort of power right here, because Western Europe is looking scary. Now, Spain surprisingly still hasn't joined the Third International. That's kind of insane to me. I really don't know how that's possible. But you know, Spain likes to do their own thing. They like to do their own thing in Vanilla Hearts of Iron 4, and clearly they are the same way inside of this mod. So it shouldn't be that surprising. Yeah, so here's a little bit more German territory that I don't think we're going to see much out of. Oh, boom. Okay. So Thailand, oh yeah, here we go. So the collapse of Indochina, German-controlled Indochina, is about to begin. I mean, they probably have they won't be able to capitulate all of them, though. That's the thing. So obviously there have been a few. Yeah, they're at war with so many countries, technically. 217,000 casualties? Have they invested that much? Yeah, look at that. Republic of China, 278,000. If we look at Thailand, Philippines has definitely lost their own huge chunk, but nowhere near as much as the Germans have. Japan, only 18,000. Japan is really efficient here in this war compared to their enemies. Some of their allies have been super inefficient. Okay, so here goes the collapse of Hanoi, I think. I mean, what Republic of China needs to do, they need to really stop them here behind this river. This is the perfect point to stop them, actually. Don't know if that's going to happen. Now, I don't believe nukes are used by the AI. I don't think I've ever seen the AI use nukes. But, you know, we might get... Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I was going to say we might get surprised, but it's like, no, it won't happen. There's no question. It's just not, it won't happen if it hasn't happened before. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have seen it. I've never seen it before, but I saw the experimental rockets technology pop up, and I was like, oh, maybe nukes. And it's like, no nukes, not right now. Okay, well, whatever was happening with the Ottoman Empire. Okay, it's still happening. Okay, let's leave. Yeah, we don't want to go there. It's crazy that they have all of these guys. Cyprus still holding strong. Cyprus really doesn't want to join a faction, do they? You'd think that they would by now, but yeah, they definitely do not want to. But anyways, guys, I think I might stop it right here. I don't know if anything else is gonna happen in the series. I think that might be it, to be honest. It is 1946, about 10 years. You know, we just checked over the national focus trees. I don't know if we're gonna see any more wars in this mod. If there is, then I'll fast forward to it for the next video. But I think this might be the end of it. Obviously, if Germany won World War I, they would just become socialist in Germany in World War II, and the world would be a lot worse place, a way worse place. That's hard to actually say, but there'd be a lot more conflict, I guess, going on into 1946. I don't think these wars are going to clear up anytime soon, and there's still a lot of world tension on the horizon. But we'll see. I'll see what you guys think in the comment section down below, and maybe I'll go off of that. As I said, we'll fast forward the campaign a few years to see if any major conflicts rise up, any big things. But if not, then this will definitely not be the final AI-only battle of Hearts of Iron 4. This mod really showed me that, you know, the game has a lot of potential still for AI-only battles, depending on which mods we use, different scenarios, things like that. So we'll definitely revisit a series just like this very soon in the future. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.